You can rest your palms on your thighs and close your eyes. Just take some easy breaths. So we begin to let go of our day. And this is a class benefiting veterans for Veterans Day, specifically Lone Star veterans who assist veterans coming out of the military with their adjustment into civilian life. And Brent and I went to a banquet a couple of years ago for them, and we really liked the group. So that is who I'd like to make my donation to for this class. So if you're taking this class after today, please feel free to donate. Any money given for this class will be donated to the Lone Star Veteran Association. So maybe think about those in service today during your practice and the things that those people do for our country. Brent and I are veterans, and it's an honor to serve the country, and it's an honor to serve those. Start to bring attention to the breath. Inhale and the exhale. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose, and feeling the wind on the top of the lip with each inhale and exhale. And the temperature difference. Keeping in mind that our breath is our anchor in the practice. It anchors us to the present moment. Sometimes when we lose control of our breath. It helps to bring our attention back to the breath and focus on our inhale and exhale. As we listen to the body in practice. We're going to do some twisting in class today, so if there's anything that you need to do to take care of yourself, please do that. And work in service of the body. No pose is worth a body injury. So blink open the eyes. I'm going to remove the blocks just because I like stretching on the flat floor. And bring our right hand to the mat. We're going to lean over to the right, bringing pressure into the right hand, letting the right ear fall towards the right shoulder, allowing the shoulder to drop away from the ear, and breathing into the opening in the left side of the neck and the left ribs. Extend your left arm to the ceiling. You can reach it over to the right as well. By the way, it's no accident that I have red and blue on. My flag shorts were dirty. Then using the momentum of the left hand, bring the left hand to the floor and stretch over to the left, allowing the left ear to fall towards the left shoulder dropping away from the ear, sit bones grounded into the floor. Extend the right arm up, stretching the right arm towards the left. Think about opening the chest up towards the ceiling. And coming back up to center, bringing the left hand to the right knee, and take an easy twist to the right, bringing the right hand behind you to help support. Dropping the shoulders away from the ears. With each inhale, imagine the spine getting a little bit longer, the body getting a little bit taller. And moving to the other side, bringing the right hand to the left knee, left hand behind you to support the twist to the left. Each inhale getting taller. Rooting into the sit bones. Come back to center. Going to slowly bring our elbows to the floor. If your elbows don't reach, that's okay. You can just bring your palms to the floor. We're just going to release the neck and have an easy stretch in the spine. And take some inhales into the spine and feel it lengthen with each inhale. Relaxing the neck. Press our way up to center and make your way into a child's pose. Bringing the toes to touch, big toes to touch, knees closer to the edge of the mat, and releasing the forehead to the floor. Then walking the hands to the right side of the mat. Bring the left hand to the right side, using the right hand to push the hips down towards the feet, or the seat down towards the feet. Breathe into the left side of the body, the left rib cage. Moving to the other side, bringing the right hand to the left edge of the mat, pushing the seat towards the heels. Coming back to center, make our way up to tabletop. Knees are under the hips, the wrists are underneath the shoulders. The index finger is pointing towards the front of the mat. I'm going to drop the belly towards the floor, looking towards the front of the mat, pulling the chest between the biceps with an inhale. And exhale, arch the spine, look down towards the knees, pressing the body away from the floor, tucking the tailbone, pulling the belly button in towards the spine. And inhale, release. pulling the chest between the biceps, looking towards the front of the mat. Or inhale, tailbone towards the back of the room. And exhale, arch the spine. Inhale back into cow. Exhale to cat. Just take some movements on your own, moving the spine, getting the spine warmed up. And we'll start to take circles over the knees and the wrists. Doesn't matter which direction. Change that direction. Then walking the wrists back towards the knees. We're going to turn the fingers out towards the outer edge of the mat. Take circles in one direction, just take a few circles. Then change directions. And then turning the index fingers towards the knees, or the fingers towards the knees if it's accessible. And we'll take circles here as well. Everything is optional, nothing's required. And bringing the hands closer to the knees will take a little bit of pressure off the wrists. And we'll come back onto the tops of our feet into hero's pose and just shake out the hands. So coming back to tabletop, we're going to extend the right leg behind us. Really engaging that right glute. Like there's a wall behind us and we're trying to push it away from us. We're going to reach forward with our left hand. And inhale, raise a little bit higher. And exhale, bring elbow to knee. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, elbow to knee. Last time. Inhale, raise up. Bring the left hand to the floor. Drop the right foot to the mat. So you move into a side plank. Extending the right arm towards the ceiling. You can raise the right leg if it's accessible. You can use that left foot as a kickstand to help balance. Bring the left foot to the floor. Use the momentum of the right hand to come up into plow. So we come up onto the left knee, extend the left arm towards the ceiling, and bend to the right. Thinking about opening the chest up towards the ceiling. Bring the hands back to the floor, moving our way back into tabletop. Take a cat-cow here, or cow-cat, whatever your preference is. Extend the left leg behind you, engaging the left glute, pushing in or pushing back like there's a wall there. Extending the right arm forward, right hand forward. Gonna inhale, raise higher. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, raise up. Bring the right hand to the floor. Bring the left foot to the floor as we move into a supported side plank. Left hand towards the ceiling. Again, you can raise the left leg if you want. Bringing the left foot to the floor if it's raised. And use the momentum of the left hand to come up onto the right knee. Extending the right arm up, stretching to the left. Think about opening the chest towards the ceiling. Bringing the hands back to the floor, moving back into a tabletop. I'm going to come up into the balls of the feet and press into downward facing dog. Feet are hip width distance apart. Knees are bent. Our shoulder blades are tracking down our back towards our lower ribs. Elbows are bent. The elbows are pointing towards the mat. Pressing into the index finger and thumb. Relaxing the neck. Think about pushing the backs of the thighs towards the back of the room. And step between the hands and come into a forward fold. Extend the right leg back, coming onto the right knee, releasing the right foot, and coming onto the left knee for a low lunge. Feeling that stretch in the right thigh. Relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. And bringing the right hand to the floor as we come into lizard, walking the left foot out towards the outer edge of the mat and pushing the left leg out. Coming onto the blade of the left foot. Again, releasing the shoulders away from the ears. Opening up the chest. And then pressing back into downward facing dog. Step the right foot between the hands and come into a low lunge on the side. Coming to the right knee. Feeling that stretch in the left hip. Bring the left hand to the mat, walking the right foot out to the outer edge of the mat, coming onto the blade of the right foot, pressing into the right knee to open up the chest towards the right for lizard. Toes are flexed, feet are flexed. Then bringing the hand back to the floor, pressing back into downward facing dog again. Walking the dog, straightening one leg, and then the other. Then we're going to start walking our feet towards the front of the mat, Very small steps, slow steps. We'll find ourselves in another forward fold. So grabbing opposite elbows, our ribs are attached to our thighs. There's a bend in the legs. The neck is relaxed. Bringing the palms to the shins, I'm going to press up into a half forward fold, Ardha Uttanasana. Think about a flat back. If there was a tray that was on your back, had glasses on it. Forehead is facing the front of the room. Should feel a nice stretch in your hamstrings. And forward fold. Slowly roll all the way up, one vertebrae at a time. The neck coming last. And roll the shoulders one direction, up towards the ear. Stretch on down the back. Change directions. Extend the hands overhead, grabbing the right wrist with the left hand and stretching to the left. Bringing our weight into our left foot. Thinking about opening the chest towards the ceiling. Release. Moving on to the other side, grabbing the left wrist with the right hand, stretching to the right. Left hip is going towards the left, weight in the left foot. We get light in the right foot. Come back to center. Release the hands. So, I'm going to move into tree. So we're standing and bring our weight into the left foot. Bring the heel to the right ankle. And imagine pressing the left foot into the floor. Maybe even roots growing into the floor from the left foot. My apologies. Let's step to the front of our mat as we come into tree. So again, connecting left foot to the floor. You can bring the right foot up either on the calf. You can leave it on the toes on the floor. If you have difficulty with balancing, bringing the foot to the calf or inner thigh. We'll bring our hands to prayer. Think about engaging that left foot into the floor, and pressing the right foot into the inside of the left thigh, focusing on one area. We're going to release that, keeping our hands in prayer, bringing our right foot back as we move into a high lunge. You can extend your arms to the ceiling. Keep them in prayer if you want. Engaging that right glute, pressing the balls of the right foot into the floor. Bringing our hands to the mat, we're going to move into a standing split. So bring the left foot up. If you're super flexible, you can extend the right foot to the ceiling, engaging that right glute. A slight bend in the left leg. Bring the right foot to meet the left in a forward fold. And come all the way up and standing. Bring our palms together overhead. Exhale, bring our palms to heart center. So moving to tree on the other side. When we think about pressing the right foot into the floor, again, roots connecting the right foot to the floor. Finding one spot to focus on to balance. And find your position for the left foot, anywhere but the knee. Bring your hands to prayer. Or you can extend your arms out like branches. Slowly moving into high lunge, extending that left leg back. Just move directly into high lunge. Engaging the left glutes. Relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. So moving into standing split on the other side, bringing the hands to the floor, extending that left leg to the ceiling, engaging the left glute. A slight bend in the right leg. Bringing the left foot to meet the right. Forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Step back to plank. We think about pressing the floor away from the body. Engage the abs. If it's easier, you're welcome to come down to knees. And in one piece, keeping our elbows close to the body, we're going to drop ourselves all the way to the floor. Release the feet to the floor. Make a pillow for the hands. You can extend the feet towards the ceiling. Windshield wiper the legs. Bring the tops of the feet to the floor. Think about pressing the tops of the feet into the floor. That's going to allow your knees to raise. Bring your palms behind you or aside, next to your side, with your palms facing the ceiling. You can inhale, pressing the pelvis into the floor. Raise the chest off the floor. Take a few breaths here. Being careful of any pressure in the lower back. And release. This time we're going to raise the feet first, raising feet, and then raising chest. For Salabhasana. Release. Bring the palms underneath the chest and press back to a child's pose. Bringing toes together, knees out toward the outside of the mat. We'll take a few breaths here. And press into downward facing dog. Look between the hands and step there. A forward fold. Inhale, raise up halfway. And come up all the way. Palms together overhead. Exhale, palms to heart center. And start moving a little bit here. Not like we weren't already moving. So dropping the palms to the side, come into mountain. Think about opening the palms towards the front of the mat, opening the chest, engaging the abs, connecting to that feeling of the feet on the floor. How does the mat feel? Inhale, palms overhead. Exhale, swan dive to a forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, step back to plank. Take 3 breaths here. On your next exhale, you can drop chaturanga to upward facing dog or cobra, whatever is accessible. Press into upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, step between the hands. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, step back to plank. Take 2 breaths here. Exhale, chaturanga, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, extend that right leg to the ceiling. Really engaging the right glute. Inhale, raise it higher. Exhale, place the right foot between the hands, moving into warrior 2. Bring the blade of the left foot to the floor. Bending into the right knee. Gazing over the right fingers. The feet should be lying like you're on a plane or on a beam, a balance beam. I'm going to flip the right hand and come into reverse warrior. We do a lot of warriors because it's a veteran practice. Bringing the right elbow to the right knee, bringing the left arm towards the front of the room, left bicep close to the ear. Think about energy from the blade of the left foot to the fingertips. Then release the hands to the floor. Bring the right foot to meet the left. Chaturanga to upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Extend the left foot towards the ceiling. Inhale, raise the left foot higher, engaging that left glute. Exhale, bring the left foot between the hands, moving into warrior 2. Pressing into the blade of the right foot. Dipping into the left leg. You should be able to see your toes if you gaze down towards your right foot, or your left foot, sorry. And flipping the left hand, moving into reverse warrior. Staying left hand towards the ceiling. Bring the left elbow to left knee. Extended side angle. Bringing the right bicep next to the right ear, connecting to that energy from the fingertips to the blade of the right foot. Bring the palms to the floor, bring the left foot to meet the right. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. And downward facing dog. If you need to do a child's pose here, that's okay. Feel free. Be here for a few more breaths. Lift between the hands and step there. Forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Bring the palms together overhead. Release the hands to your side. Stand in mountain for a few breaths. Thinking about that anchoring into the moment. Allow the breath to be that anchor. Maybe bring to mind the people we've dedicated this practice to, their hard work and service. Extend the hands overhead and sit back in a chair. Think about bringing the knees over the ankles. It's just an idea. Your toes will get light. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, step back to plank. Take a couple of breaths here. Exhale, chaturanga or cobra. Chaturanga, cobra, or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Extend the right leg to the ceiling. Engage that right glute. Inhale. Exhale, place the right foot between the hands and come up to warrior one. Bring the blade of the left foot to the floor, dipping into the right knee. And bring the hands, clasp the hands behind us. Opening the chest. Moving into humble warrior. Going to dip down, bringing the right shoulder to the right knee. Maybe the inside of the right knee. Then bringing the hands to the floor, we're going to rotate the right foot towards the left side of the mat. We come into a wide leg forward fold. So placing the right hand underneath the face, we're going to twist, extending the left arm towards the ceiling. Bring the hands back to the floor. Your toes should be more towards the center of the mat than the heels. Bring the left hand underneath the face, twisting to the right, extending the right hand to the ceiling. Bring the hands to the mat, rotating that right foot towards the front of the mat, extending, bringing our hands to the mat. Bring the right foot to meet the left. Chaturanga, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're almost finished. Brent said, I think Brent's very happy. Extending the left arm to the left leg towards the ceiling. Engaging that left glute. Inhale, raise that leg. Exhale, place the left foot between the hands. Coming into warrior one. Dipping into the left leg. Pressing the blade of the right foot into the floor. Your feet should be apart, kind of like they're on tracks, rather than in line with each other, like in warrior two. Clasping the hands behind the back, extending the hands down towards the back of the right leg. Think about opening the chest. And moving into humble warrior, bringing that left shoulder to the left knee. Bowing the head. Maybe the left shoulder is inside the left knee. Bowing in gratitude. Releasing the hands to the floor. Moving into goddess pose. Our toes are going to be pointed. I'm going to turn around. Our toes are going to be pointed towards the outside of the mat. Tracking in the same direction as our knees. We'll extend our arms forward for balance. Tucking the tailbone, engaging the abs. Look a little bit lower. We're going to point the left foot towards the front of the mat. Bring the left foot to meet the right. The chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra, last one of the day. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bringing our knees to the floor, we're going to move into a child's pose. Bringing toes together, just press back. You're welcome. Bringing our attention back to the breath. Letting that be our anchor. Our breath is always our anchor, whether on a yoga mat or off. It's always there for us. We'll go ahead and come up, make your way into a seat. And we're going to bring the soles of our feet to the floor. So moving into boat, extend our right or our hands forward, dropping the back, opening the chest, pulling it between the biceps, raising the legs. Maybe shins are parallel to the ceiling. Bring the feet to the floor. Bring your hands back to your knees. And stretch out the back. Curl the spine. Reconnecting, seat bones connected to the floor. Feet connected to the floor. Extending the arms forward. Moving back into boat. We're going to add a little bit of abs in here. So we're going to pull the knees in towards the face 10 times. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 2.5, 1. Bring the soles to the floor. And we're going to slowly lower ourselves to the mat. Again, like we're moving into a boat, but keeping our feet planted on the floor, curling the spine, one vertebrae at a time, the tailbone. And the head is the last thing to touch the floor. Moving into some more leg work. Bringing the heels close to the glutes. Bring the palms of your hands on the floor. And maybe they can touch your heels. We're going to press up into bridge. So pressing the feet into the floor, engaging the glute, raising that tailbone, pressing the sternum up towards the chin, engaging the abs. If there's any pressure on the lower back, just release. We should be pushing the legs from the seat, from the bottom of the glutes. And release. So extending the feet out a little bit more, almost like we're moving into a reclined butterfly, but we're not. We're going to move into a bridge with the toes and the heels touching. So raising the back off the floor. Just going to pulse here. This pulse is coming from the glutes, from the lower glutes. We're going to take it 10 more times. 10, 9, 8, engage the glutes. 4, 3, 2, 1, release. One vertebrae at a time, tailbone last. Pull the knees into the body. Give yourself a hug. Rock side to side. Bringing the soles of the feet to the floor. This time the soles are going to be a little bit further than hip distance apart. Bringing the knees together, pressing into the feet, moving into a short bridge. It's a little different on the legs. You're going to take that 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. So we're going to bring the right ankle to the left knee, moving into a figure 4 stretch. Flexing the feet towards the shins, pressing the right knee away from the body. Grab the left leg behind the thigh or in front of the left knee, whatever is accessible. Continuing to flex the feet, pressing the right knee away from the body. Be a nice stretch in the right glute. So releasing that, bringing the left foot to the floor. We're going to move into a half happy baby. So grabbing out outer blade of the right foot, keeping the sole of the left foot on the floor. We're just going to pull the knee, the right knee, into the right armpit or towards the floor. This is a gentle pull. We're not trying to touch the floor. It's just a stretch. Bring the right foot to the floor. Bring the left ankle to the right knee. Flexing the feet towards the shin. Grab behind the thigh of the right leg or in front of the shin. Flexing the feet, pressing the left knee away from the body. Bringing the right foot to the floor, moving into half happy baby on the other side, grabbing the outer blade of the left foot. And you can actually grab the inside, whatever you prefer. It's just my personal preference is to grab the outer blade, and then pulling that left knee towards the floor or the armpit, whatever you prefer. And releasing the feet to the floor. Bringing the blades of the feet towards the outer part of the mat. Bringing the knees to touch. Just going to windshield wiper the legs, whatever feels comfortable for you. This is going to open up the side of the body. Just move through here as slow as you like, as deep as you like. Do this 5 times on each side. One last time on each side. Let's give ourselves one more hug, pulling the knees into the chest, rolling side to side, little back massage. If there's anything else that you need in your practice, please feel free to do that. I'm going to move into Shavasana. So releasing the feet, allowing them to drop open, arms out at a 45-degree angle or whatever's comfortable for you, palms facing the ceiling. I like pressing my head to the floor, moving my shoulders down the spine. And allowing the body to fully relax. Just letting go of everything, allowing the practice to seep into the muscles and the bones. Allowing the mind to settle. Doing a scan of the body to see if there's any tension that's being held anywhere, and just allowing that to release. Maybe take an inhale and an exhale there. Start to bring attention to the body on the floor, the feeling of the skin, wiggling the fingers and the toes. Extending the arms overhead for a full body stretch, stretching from the toes to the fingers. Pulling the knees into the body, slowly draping to one side. Slowly, when you're ready, pressing up to a seat. Eyes closed. Palms on your knees or thighs. Drop your palms to your side. Inhale, bringing the palms together overhead. Exhale, bringing your thumbs to heart center. Slightly bowing the head. Again, giving thanks for all those who have served. Giving thanks to your body for showing up for this practice and allowing you to make it through